Hello everybody. So I was thinking of maybe doing some more practical exploration of our experience. Is probably important. I know you can get them everywhere. Rupert Spira, go and watch his videos, better than mine. Anyway, so we're going to do exploration of the body. So the idea is just to explore where your limits are. So if you close your eyes, and I'm not saying you have to do this now, I'm not going to do a guided meditation, but if you close your eyes and you feel what the sensations are, so you feel the feet on the ground, and you feel your hands on your lap, and maybe you can feel your breathing. And if you imagine that you're a newborn baby, you don't really know what those things are. I mean, we impose a plan of the body. So when I close my eyes, I imagine the body imposed on the different fuzzy feelings that I have. But if I really think about it and try to not put these ideas onto the experience I'm having, then they are just kind of fuzzy feelings. Now, and I can see that if I try to find where is the feeling of the fuzziness in my foot, if I don't use this plan, I don't know really where it is. I don't think it's actually got any location at all. But explore this yourself. Now, so you can explore the body. Now, then you go on to just listen to some sounds. So you hear something in the outside in the street or something. Now, that sound, it appears and it disappears. Now, where does that appear in relation to the fuzziness that you felt on your foot, of your foot? Is there a boundary between these two things? There's no boundary. They both appear in awareness. So the sound and the feeling of your foot are in the same space. Now, if you think a thought, 1, 2, 3, then that thought comes, and sometimes it leads to other thoughts. But where is that as well? Is that thought? I mean, we imagine it's inside our heads, but is it really? Is it outside our heads, kind of up there floating around somewhere, as we might imagine sometimes? It's not really anywhere, but it's in the same space where the fuzziness of my foot and the sound is. Now, if we think of an emotion, this is a different thing. It's deeper, it's heavier. Sometimes it seems to move slower than thought. It rests more and is more like a cloud than something flying. Thought could be like a bird flying through the sky, and an emotion hangs there like a cloud. But then again, explore what is the difference. What is the cloud made of? What is this emotion made of? What is the thought made of? And the fuzziness. It's all, before you heard the sound, there was nothing. There was no noise anyway. And then you hear the sound, and then when the sound goes, it goes back into the silence. There's an experiment you can do where you listen to a bell chime and you listen to it disappear, 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 and see where it goes at the end as it slowly fades away. See where it drops into. It's like as if this awareness pulls it back into itself. It's like it came out of the awareness. It's made of awareness, made of consciousness, and then when it goes back in, it pulls it back into this same consciousness, which is empty, luminous, but it's also full. So it's not like these things disappear. When a sound, it doesn't like go in a box or anything or go out the window. It just disappears back into the fullness that's there already. You can do this with all the senses. You can do it with sounds, with touch, with taste. Explore how these what these feelings are in your awareness. Where are they? Is there a location to them? Or is there maybe the location is just like the concept that we put on the body afterwards? Now, you can also see between things like a thought and a touch, is there a barrier? We imagine there is. We imagine everything's in our head, all our thoughts are in our head, and my hand is outside my head, clearly. So there's a boundary. But in awareness, there is no boundary between the thought and the feeling of your hand. So you can see in this way, by exploring this way, you can see how everything is in your awareness. And if you look for the limits, try to see how far your awareness goes. And if you reach a limit, then just go beyond the limit. You can always go beyond the limit. There are no limits to your awareness. I remember when I started this kind of meditation at home, I'm at home now, but started this meditation, I thought, oh, well, my limits are at the edges of the walls, clearly. I'm aware of up to the walls. But then I heard a sound outside. And where was that sound? Because it wasn't really out there. It was the same place as my thoughts and everything. If a star exploded in the sky that's too far to see, and it exploded, and then suddenly we could all see it, it would be in our awareness. So there was somebody that says, I think they wrote a book, that the stars are outside our skull, and that's what materialists think. But why do you even need the skull? This awareness that we've got is so massive, and maybe there is something outside that it represents. But even that, if there is, according to physics and science, it's completely not like this. It's what subatomic particles have no extension in space. They're fields, and and mass is measured by the inertia of something, and you know it's there because you see the effect of it on other things that we assume are there, that we guess are there because of the effect that everything's having on each other. Outside, there's no colors, there's no sounds, there's no feelings, of course there's no emotions, but there's also no touch, there's no hardness, coldness, pain. There's all of this stuff. The United States of America, structures, Apple, things that, history, all of this is the world that we live in. And it's this world here. It's this world made of thought and experience. It's not an imaginary world that's outside of our heads. Well, maybe there's the world outside of our heads, but where we live is we live in the world where we've got Spain and we've got United Kingdom and all these different countries. That's all in our heads. And in even physics wouldn't deny that. But anyway, I've gone off the subject a bit. Try this exploration. Is quite, it may give you some insights. The first time I was trying these types of things. I remember I went to bed, lay down at night with the light off and closed my eyes, and everything was just luminous, a luminous blackness, this awareness that I had finally discovered, this, clear light of the void, as they say. So good luck with it. Tell me how you get along, or if maybe you already do this kind of thing, you can tell me about it. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.